Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Saturday, the 18th of September. And today is a special day, and I'll get to what is so special about today in a minute. It's a beautiful 71 degrees here in Redondo Beach, 70 degrees. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. I hope everybody enjoyed the removal and installation of the telephone pole, or the high tension, high voltage lines pole. It was fascinating for me to see in real time how each and every individual had his or her job. Although I didn't see any women, they had their own job and they got the job done well. I want to clarify a mistake about the runways at LAX. I'm still trying to get the bugs out of this presentation. I said the largest runway was 25 left, but the largest or the longest runway is 25 right, is the longest runway at Los Angeles International Airport. If you're taking off from the east and proceeding over the Pacific Ocean towards the camera, 25 right is over 12,000 feet long. And all this information about the runways can be easily researched on your computer. So if you have any doubts about some of the information that I'm presenting, sometimes I'll present something I notice after I look at a video, and I'll say something, and then I'll say it again in a recap or later in the video, and I'll say something that's incorrect from what I said the first time. Whether the first one was incorrect or the second one was correct, which one was incorrect, was it the first or the second, that's up to debate. Sometimes I'm just going at I've got a lot of things to present, and it gets the mind. It's a terrible thing to waste. Anyway, so 25 right, taking off from the east, is the longest runway at LAX, over 12,000 feet. And that's where most of your heavies or double aisle, 4-engine, large capacity carrying aircraft take off from. And if you're landing from the west towards the east, if you're then the longest runway is 7 left. 7 left would be the longest runway. So I hope that clears up any misconceptions on the longest runway at LAX. Today is a special day. Today, on the 18th of September, is the anniversary of the United States Air Force. The United States Air Force was originally part of the Army Air Corps, or Army, and then they branched off in 1947. They made an exclusive separate branch of the armed forces, and that was called the Air Force. And today we celebrate 74 years of the Air Force. It was started in 1947 on today's date. So I just was going through some of my reminiscing. This is my sergeant's uniform. This is called the blues uniform. Since it's 70 degrees, I opted for the short sleeve, and this was a typical uniform. This is my uniform, and I joined the reserves, but I didn't last long. I didn't like the reserves. They wanted us to march, and I never marched much while I was in the Air Force. And then when I went to the reserves, they talked about marching. Just talking about marching turned me off, and I was a little disappointed in the chow hall too. So I told them I had 4th stage gout and could no longer serve in the reserves. It was in Moreno Valley. It was a base called I forget the name of the reserve base in Moreno Valley. But my 4.5 years in the Air Force was very rewarding, so I just want to go over some certain things. Before I do that, I wanted to touch on this. This is the chocolate-covered marshmallows, light and fluffy marshmallows drenched in smooth dark chocolate. These are the from Trader Joe's. This is a product from France, and it says tender, soft French marshmallows are dipped in just the right amount of dark chocolate to counter the overt sweetness of the delicious marshmallow. Great for snacking, yummy and hot chocolate, perfect between grahams crackers for colds, s'mores. Don't try roasting on a stick. And this is the product that I talked about the other night while I was presenting the removal and installation of the telephone pole. Thank you for all your comments. I'm glad that there are people out there that found that procedure interesting as much as I did, and it's there's about 8 servings per container. The serving size is 2, so there's about 16 pieces, and the calories are 100 per serving, and their serving size is 2 pieces for you people who are counting calories. And this is a product of France. It's imported and distributed and sold exclusively by Trader Joe's, Monrovia, California, product of France. So if you haven't tried these and you have access to a Trader Joe's in your neighborhood, and like me, you love marshmallows, Rocky Road, anything with marshmallows, you are gonna love this. I don't know if you can see it, but it's delicious. I got 2 boxes, and unfortunately I ate both boxes in the same 24-hour period. So that goes to show you how I guess what a unresponsible eater I can be when it comes to marshmallows. So try them today. You'll love them. I was stationed on Okinawa for 2.5 years with Eric Vonksness and Gaylor Jones and Clayton Henzawa and DJ Disjonis. And this is a map of the airfield. Isn't that nice? Big base. Big base. I forget who I got this from. Somebody gave me this. And this was, it had F-15 fighters, over 72 F-15 fighters. And it had a SAC, Strategic Air Command side of the base, and it had a TAC. It was just the full package, and just a very interesting place to be stationed. When I first saw it, I couldn't believe it. It ran chills down my spine when I first glanced or witnessed the flight line. And all the F-15s lined up all in a row, 70 or so, all lined up in a row. There were 3 squadrons of F-15s, the blue, the red, and the yellow, I believe. And it was just like, holy cow. Holy cow. And that's just one base. That's just one base. They have this all in over 150 countries. All over the world, the Air Force is everywhere. It's quite a phenomenon. I'm not going to get into anybody's opinion about that. That's up to you. This is a picture of my basic training. I'm the one with the green hat. Yeah, the one with the green hat. Right there. That was nice to see. Here's a picture of me ready on the flight line, ready to go. I found this very interesting. I found this. This is my certification of immunization, vaccination. This is the Nassau County Department of Health. And on May 3rd, 1979, I received a rubella vaccination. Wow. And these are some vaccination paperworks from the Air Force. Yeah. Look at this, a vaccination. And everybody just got the vaccination, and it was before the internet, and everybody just got their vaccination just like that, you know. We don't want to lose anybody, that's all I'm saying. You just got your vaccinations. I mean, it was a simple thing. You know, if somebody told somebody they needed a vaccination to visit Europe or Southeast Asia back in the day, you'd go ahead and get your shots or your vaccinations. They call them jabs today. And then you'd go on holiday and you wouldn't think twice. Cats and dogs, when they're young, get vaccinations. Babies get a series of shots when they're young. Vaccinations, I don't know. This is the DD Form 214. If you're not in the prior military, what this is this is the most important document that you'll receive. And this is proof that you were in the United States military. The type of discharge you received. Fortunately, I did receive an honorable discharge. It wasn't always clear that was going to be the case, but I prevailed in the end, and I got a good, clean discharge from the United States Air Force. And this was, what's the date on this? Can I have a date on this DD-14? Well, it was when I separated from the Air Force, and that was in 1985. I was in the Air Force from December 2nd, 1980, or December 3rd, to April 29th of 1986, or 85. I was in basic training when I found out the news that John Lennon had been shot. That was quite a shock. Just looking over some things. Here's a certificate for, I got this for having an outstanding room. One of the room inspections, fortunately this was not a time when my room, one time I fell asleep and left the water running in the room, and the guy's room beyond, under me started to flood. And his sink overflowed, and they didn't know what was going on, and then they finally woke me up and realized that I had mistakenly left my sink water running and flooded the gentleman's room underneath. With sincere gratitude and appreciation for your dedicated service to the 438th Field Maintenance Squadron, McGuire Air Force Base, New Jersey. And this is Outstanding Room of the Month, January 1982. Always a Virgo. Once a Virgo, always a Virgo. I think I got a lot of this Virgo-ness, this neatness from my grandmother. She used to always say, that towel is not gonna dry in a bowl. Hang that towel up. Where is the picture of Grandma? Why can't I find anything in this house? Excuse me, just... why can't I find anything in this house? Hello, where is the picture of Grandma? My grandmother. Where? Just tell me, where is it? You can't tell me. Where is it? Coming. God, it's stupid. I don't know what these people do who live in big houses. I can't seem to find anything in this house. Anyway, this is the picture of the grandmother. God bless her. Can you see that? And I guess she's the one who gave me the wherewithal to realize that if you clean up after yourself and pick things up, she'd say this is the same woman who used to wash ice over and put it back in the freezer in the summertime on Long Island. And we don't wash ice over again, Graham. We throw it out and we get new ice. but she was a wonderful person, and I think she's the one that that really got me to be probably responsible for this award for having a very, very clean room. So there you go on that. What else do I want to show you? These are dog tags. These are very interesting. You've heard a lot of dog tags. A lot of you civilians who have never served have heard the term dog tags. You've heard them in the talked about and saw them in movies, war movies. These are the dog tags right here. And what you do is you hang those around your neck. And these, unfortunately, are identifiers. They give the airman or the Marine or the seaman or the soldier the name, of course, the social security number of the individual, the blood type of the individual, and the religious pervasion, the religion of the person. And what they do is, if as it happens in war all the time, people lose their lives. One of them is taken into headquarters, and one of them is kept on the body of the fallen soldier or military personnel. So these are what you call dog tags, and they, like I said, they have your name, your middle initial, your first name, your last name, your social security number, your blood type, and your religious choice, whatever that may be. So I thought I'd show you what dog tags are, and those are the dog tags. What else I want to show you? A lot of certificates of training in the Air Force. I'll just go through this quickly because I know some of you have probably... this is from Gaylor Jones. Gaylor Jones was sergeant. It says, during the period of 30 August to 27 September, Sergeant Holtzman assumed the responsibility of running the secondary power section. During this time, his actions kept the section running smoothly and parts available to the flight line. His dedication to his job is greatly appreciated. Thanks. And that was 2 October 1984, Okinawa, Japan. Okinawa, Japan. Not the smoothest presentation today, huh, folks? Creed of the non-commissioned officer. This is what you call a non-commissioned officer. Commissioned officer is an officer, a lieutenant or a butterball lieutenant, captain, colonel, lieutenant colonel, and when you retire, your rank goes up. So if I retired as a sergeant, which I did not, there were some things that went on that I'm not going to at liberty to discuss right now. But it says, no one is more professional than I am, a non-commissioned officer, a leader of men. As a non-commissioned officer, I realize that I am a member of an honored force. I am proud of the force of non-commissioned officers and will at all times conduct myself. I didn't always conduct myself, I'll tell you right now, but we'll let that go. So I am to bring credit upon the force, the military service, and my country, regardless of the situation in which I find myself. Well, if you're drunk and disorderly, you're drunk and disorderly. I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't in uniform. I will not use my grade or position to attend pleasure, profit, or personal safety. Wow. Competence is my watchword. My two basic responsibilities will always be uttermost in mind, accomplishment of my mission and the welfare of my people. I will serve to remain technically and technically proficient, and I am aware of my role as a non-commissioned officer. I will fulfill my responsibilities in that role. All airmen are entitled to outstanding leadership. I will provide that leadership. I know my people, and I will always place their needs above my own. I know my people, and I will always place their needs above my own. I read that twice. I will communicate consistently with my people and never leave them uninformed. I will be fair and impractical and recommend. I wish the pilots on an airplane would keep us informed when we're sitting on the runway and they don't say a damn thing. Tell us what's going on. Tell us what's going on with this airplane. Never leave them uninformed. I will be fair and impartial when recommending both rewards and punishment. I don't want to hear that. Officers of my unit will have a maximum time to accomplish their duties. You will not have to accomplish mine. I will earn their respect and confidence as well as that of my people. I will be loyal to those with whom I serve, seniors, peers, and subordinates alike. I will exercise initiative by taking appropriate action in the absence of orders. That means, you got to take the ball and run with it. Nobody's going to hold your hand. I will not compromise my integrity nor my moral courage. I will not forget, nor will I allow my comrades to forget that we are professionals, non-commissioned officers, leaders. And is there a date on this thing? Why would they have a date on that thing? That would be too convenient. Anyway, I was a sergeant. I have the stripes to prove it, although there was some incidents that I am not going to discuss now. I can plead the fifth. Here it is. This is about the room. This is the room thing here. On 8 January 1982, your room was one of those chosen as the room of the month during the wing commander's dormitory inspection. This is McGuire Air Force Base, New Jersey now. Your interest in maintaining the standards, that's because of this woman right here. It's all because you should have gave her the award. Your interest in maintaining the standards of cleanliness, order, decor, and safety set for the dormitories is reflected by this outstanding achievement. I made my bed. I picked up dirty socks. I didn't leave underwear laying around. I had the sink clean. Everything was in order. In recognition of your efforts, I am pleased to present the attached certificate of achievement. This is that. That's the certificate of achievement. And a 3-day pass. Wow. A 3-day pass will be coordinated with your immediate supervisor and will not be in conjunction with normal days off. So there I go. I got 2 days off on the weekend and I got a 3-day pass. That's 5 days off for picking up my dirty underwear. Do I have a date on this? 28 January 1982. McGuire Air Force Base, New Jersey. 438th Field Maintenance Squadron. Way to go. Let's keep those planes flying. So I got some more training certificates and some training certificates. I went to Chanute Air Force Base, Illinois. Champaign, Illinois, a college town. Never saw it. Flat as can be. Illinois, Champaign, Illinois. Flat as can be. Flat. Just cornfields. Flat. That's when I first saw Domino's Pizza, little Pintos. What is this? We're going to go through here. We're going to finish up this video because, as you can see, I'm a little bit agitated. If I'm not watching somebody install a telephone pole, I'm not happy. What is this one? That's that one. I think that's it, folks. Just some things of, items of interest, I guess. Items of interest. I don't know what to tell you. So, happy birthday to the United States Air Force. And thanks for keeping us safe to another 47 years. Is that what it is? Another 74 years to my grandmother, Mrs. Ditmar. And to the longest runway, 25 right, heading east. And if you're landing from the Pacific Ocean, 7 left. So have a great day. Today is Saturday. The weekend is still here. Enjoy yourselves. Do what you think you want to do. Do what you're going to have to do. Do whatever you want to do. Have fun doing it. And I'll see you on the rebound. Wow. That was a pretty, you're not supposed to lose your composure when you're doing a presentation on YouTube. Who's going to want to subscribe to your channel if you're yelling all the time? You can't do this. You can't find that. My